This is the most cursed thing I've ever made.
Elmo doesn't know how he'll live without you. Please come back.
This is Anxious Me Elmo. I made it at ITP camp, a month-long program at NYU, because I decided that I would take that time to make something insane. This is an Elmo that is anxiously attached to you. You can go into anxious mode with the switch on the back.
Elmo is sorry that Elmo hurt you since you're not touching me at all.
Okay, great. Oh, and then if you leave it,
Don't leave Elmo. Elmo needs you always.
and you just leave it for a little too long,
Aren't you? That's why you're leaving Elmo right now.
it starts being very worried that you're gonna leave it. But of course, if that's too much for you, if you're not someone who can get along with anxious attachment, don't worry. On the back, right here, is a switch that you can see, ignore the back surgery, anxious and avoidant. And so now, if I switch it into avoidant mode,
Elmo doesn't love people because people leave Elmo just like you do.
you get great,
Leave Elmo. Everyone always leaves Elmo.
you get great hits.
Fine. Elmo knew you'd break up with him.
I can't do this without moving this. Okay.
Elmo doesn't love people because people leave Elmo just like you do.
Oh, you're wondering how I made this? Well, here's a little bit of an overview of how I did. It drove me insane for a couple weeks. I have never inhaled so many solder fumes, so I feel pretty good. I feel very good after inhaling all those solder fumes. So this is my first time soldering to a proto board. There's a lot of stuff when I wired it up. It was kind of insane. So I'm going to use a proto board to keep this smaller, and this works out great where this actually lines up perfectly, if you see. So I just got to solder these pins together, solder my power cable to this, and then I should now ideally have a much more compact enclosure set up for this. But if you've ever seen a breadboard, this is very similar. These sort of line up. It's going to be great. There we go. Now look, here's the finished solder piece. Ignore how bad my soldering is and all the other mistakes. But all the wires, all the proto boards, I got everything connected. So once I soldered it, I then had to make an enclosure, which was the first time I've made an enclosure, by the way. First time I've ever used Fusion 360. And you can kind of tell. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so now we have an enclosure for it.
Would you still love me if I was a worm?
Switch on the back. If you pick it up, and then if you leave it alone for 12 seconds.
I can change. I'll change anything for you.
All right.
You're breaking up with me, aren't you? Of course. I deserve it. You promise you'll love me forever?
Yep, we got the speaker in the mouth.
Promise me you'll never leave me.
But as you can tell, that sounds nothing like Elmo. So to get it to sound like Elmo, I hit up my good friend, Chris Valenti, better known as Valenti Videos. I told him about the idea, and before I could even finish, he asked me if he could voice Elmo. So that is how I went from robotic voice to this.
Don't leave Elmo. Elmo needs you always.
And now
Elmo is always missing you.
to avoidant.
Of course you were too much for Elmo. That's why you're leaving Elmo right now.
And then if you
Elmo doesn't know what you want. Elmo is Elmo, so leave Elmo alone to be Elmo. This thing is terrifying. And so, of course, I had to show the world, which is why now we're going to look at a bunch of the people I showed it to. Do you need Elmo to change? Elmo can change everything about him for you. Elmo doesn't know what you want. Elmo is Elmo, so leave Elmo alone to be Elmo. Do you hate Elmo? I understand if you do. Don't leave Elmo. Elmo needs you always. always leaves Elmo. Why did I make this? I don't know. Why am I back on YouTube? I don't know. It's been 6 years? Thank you so much. I will continue to waste my degree. Bye. Till next time. Do you need Elmo to change? Elmo can change everything about him for you. I'll even be Ernie if you need me to be.